Hector Garcia, 18. I go to Muchin College Prep. This piece is called Push. Push. Push you off your seat to the edge of your tongue where the tippy toes meet and make you fall into my hands and make you remember me. Now wouldn't that be grand to have the ability that my lyrical linguistics can push you off your seat and make you remember me? But wait, think a little. How can I push my mind into a time where I could be strong enough to push the next guy? Is it even possible? This sense of tug of war, two forces forcefully pushing me into my dreams while pulling me out. Pushing me to the tippy top and pulling me down. But get ready, because I'm about to be pushed. I'm done pushing others into their dreams. I am ready to take the next step. Push. Push, you poets. Push your words, you poets, for the words we speak into the lives of the young. Push to the tippy toes of their tongue and push. Poets, the words we speak, poets, push your words, for this might be the last action that causes a reaction of this nation, of this city. Push push segregation off the city. Push education of the push education of this ability of the 4 rooms across the nation. Push for this might be the last action that causes a reaction of this nation, of the city. Poets, let's unite together and push and make an impact of the syntax. Poets push like bullies think about pushing nerds, and nerds think about pushing bullies away. Now make a choice and push.
My name is Natalia Guerrero, and I am from Muchin College Prep, and this poem is called Her Late Night Song. Loose belt, painted nails, black eyeliner, low-cut shirts, green eyes, and unfamiliar men dazzled by her fake smile. She was the outcast of tanned women, too big to be considered thick. Those small lips that shine from the saliva on her tongue attracted men of all ages, eager to explore the skin between her round breast and the world between her thighs. She longed to be loved by those developed bodies, too mesmerized by the way her straight hair flowed down to her mid-back after a steaming straightener and a purple brush went to work. Her hair touching just above the ends in which her bra strap meets to allow the unfamiliar men pick the world they'd like to explore first. Her cleavage and tight pants seemed to be the paintbrush that painted the word welcome across her forehead for strangers to see. After each visit, she gently added makeup on top of every hickey, the same way she hid her favorite teddy bear when anyone was around. She dreamed of being able to reveal her secret, to show her true skin from her chin down to her feet, hiding only the tears she refuses to shed. Those late night concerts allowed each guest to listen to the way her body sung. That song that plays when the lights are dimmed and the guests begin to dance all night long. Because she was in search for a microphone, but accidentally found a dance floor. The consequences will be forever faced, with a heart full of shame, sunken deep into the bottom of a pool of guilt. When the music has stopped playing and the guests have left, her black eyeliner smeared, dripping like paint down her cheeks. Her eyes no longer hidden behind the endless layers of lies that failed to satisfy her, to relieve her from her shame. That smile that dazzled those unfamiliar men seemed to only shine temporarily. She was unable to fake a smile in the darkness of the night. This shame has become her late night song.
Yeah, Mexico's rap poet! Make some noise!
My name is Janelle Jackson. I go to Muchin College Prep, and the title of my poem is Irrequitable Apologies. I'm sorry that I cried so much when I was a baby. And I'm sorry that I wasn't born a full-blown lady. I'm sorry that my DNA co-contributor ain't lead the right lifestyle, so he couldn't be with us. So I'm sorry he had to leave, and so did we. And I'm sorry that the people had to come and put our stuff on the street, and I'm sorry that I was rushing to put my shoes on the wrong feet, and I'm sorry that my grandma had to come take me away for you to come get me another day. And when that day came, you came. But 1.5 years later, you were nowhere to be found. See, we took a cab to a common ground, which we both know is the MacArthur Foundation. That's my grandma's job, and you took me to the 11th floor, and before you shut the elevator door, you told me you'd be back for me. I was 4. After the first year, I was losing hope. The second year, it went down a slippery slope. The third year, it was all gone, and by the 4th year, I was calling my grandma and my auntie mom. By the time you actually came back, my body wanted to hug you, but my heart was on attack. My jubilation was hiding all of my frustration. The inquisition was real. I had more questions in my engine than Ags.com, like how can you leave someone who you called mom, who called you mom, who you carried in your belly for 9 months until August 22nd you decided it was enough? Or how can they say that you don't miss someone until they're gone, and I missed you and you were right here in my home? But most importantly, I wasn't in that umbilical cord, so why was it so easy for you to cut me off? Because after you came, it took a long time for me to respect your open, I-O-N, but now it's eye-opening because I've learned from your mistakes, and from your past you've escaped. At least I thought you had. Because by the second time you acted so caddishly, my years had doubled, so now I can see that the lies you were telling yourself hid behind insecurities. And I meant to tell you that you aren't that good at hiding things, because I found that I'm not that important to you. At least not as important as he is. Because he has a better way of showing his love. The hand imprints on your face, I can tell when you're thinking of him, because the tears flow out of your eyes in the shape of a heart. And I remember I used to get on my knees and beg to God to split the red sea, to split you two apart. But you would always swim back to his sweltering hand. So I'm sorry that I got on my knees and begged God to change something that will never change. Your mind's not straight. It is so deranged. And apparently I'm asking you to be too brave when I tell you to forget your husband's name and his very existence. You embrace his, but to my love there is a resistance. And sometimes I'll feel like a motherless child. Mom, I'm sorry that I'm not mature enough to see what love really involves. And I'm not old enough to see that your problems don't need to be solved. They can just be washed away by vodka, Jack Daniel, and Cristal. Listen, I'm sorry that I was born a baby and not a full-blown lady. And I'm sorry in our lives you won't see a trend, but I'm telling you, I had to accept my own apology in the end.